Wagwan peeps, you don't know Hotrice, LinkUp TV. I hope you all having a wonderful Tuesday evening. You don't know me have some stories for go now as it relates to Irish and Chin giving their input on the recent disclosure of the pricing for Vybz Kartel, how much him a charge a show and all of them little thing there. You don't know, Jesse Royal have a little message for going on as well. Likewise, Beres Hammond scare people them for a minute, but you don't know, just a little
so he will be taking us to Jamaica safely and soundly.
Check out what
I'm going home.
What's board will be on our way shortly. He's going to be our captain. We have actually up front here Mr. Beres Hammond as our captain today in the flight deck. So he will be taking us to Jamaica safely and soundly.
I'm going home.
What's board will be on our way shortly.
There is a whole lot of problems about to erupt in our dancehall and reggae space. Among the problems, the one that I want to zone in on is pricing. Because of the recent situation that took place with dancehall artist Vybz Kartel and the Trinidad promoters, right, which Vybz Kartel didn't show up at the show, and it has now been revealed that the overall ticket for Vybz Kartel's performance was $1.35 million US, right? It opens a can of worms because now, people figured that Kartel was expensive, but they didn't understand how expensive. Now, let me say this before I go further. Kartel will go down in history as the highest paid reggae and dancehall artist of all times. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know any other artist, right, that has commanded that type of money, right? So 1.35 million from Trinidad, right? And now St. Kitts has jumped in and they're like, oh, wait a minute, we're paying 4 million EC, which kind of approximately is like maybe, 100 and something, maybe 150,000 US more, right, than what Trinidad paid. But in the midst of all of that, right, there's a bigger problem. The big problem is this: when the other reggae and dancehall artists understand that Vybz Kartel can command that type of money, they are ultimately going to raise their prices. There's no if, ands, or but about this. An artist that would normally ask for $80,000, and we're saying, boy, $80,000 is a whole lot of money, they're probably going to ask for $150,000, right? And now think about this. Artists that now have to do shows with Vybz Kartel, they're going to say, no, man, Kartel, I get $1 million+ for that show, yeah? Me need X amount of money, right? This is going to get out of hand, right? So even though everybody's zoning in on one situation, which would be Kartel versus the Trinidad promoter, there's a bigger thing erupting and you're not even looking at it. Dancehall and reggae artists, I don't care how much they love Vybz Kartel, I don't care how much they want to say they're in support of his career, right? It's all about money at the end of the day, and they're not going to want to know that promoters are willing to spend millions of dollars on one artist, or $1 million+ on one artist, and willing to give them 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. So an artist who's now charging, let's say 500,000, right? His price is going to go up, as well as the artist who's charging 100,000. His or her price is going to go up, as well as the one who's charging 60,000. Their price is going to go up. Just wait for it, and remember that Chin told you all of these booking fees are going to go up as a result of everybody finding out what Kartel is getting in the marketplace.
Yeah, greetings. Just a begging a little bit more on the time there. Now, feel free to disagree, but I truly believe that poverty is more of a mentality than it is an amount of money in your pocket. See, because I know a whole heap of people who don't necessarily have money in their pocket, but them rich, the life them live, the way them live with people, the food them consume. And likewise, I know a lot of people with money, but them poor, them lifestyle, them relationships, them interactions with people. So I say that to say this: keep your mind sharp, keep your heart clean. Yeah? Nobody necessarily remembers that there are way more currencies available to us than just money, but use the universe system, yeah? Don't just fall for Babylon system. Like, the universe have a system to our work, see? So know yourself, keep your mind sharp and your heart clean. Hear that?